All right, yo, it's Thursday, approximately 8 o'clock, 8:03 to be precise, on Wall Street, about 90 minutes before the open of market trading. Welcome to Forex.Today, the YouTube community of more than 20,000 foreign exchange traders. We gather here today to conduct technical and fundamental analysis with the overriding goal of planning our trades in advance. I propose we start with gold, oil, and Bitcoin analysis, and then I will end with Forex. And I'll let you pick the Forex pairs that you want me to cover. With that in mind, let me remind you that trading is risky, not appropriate for everyone. Your past performance, good or bad, is not necessarily indicative of future results. Please stay small, stay humble, focus on the long term, never risk money you cannot afford to lose. So, good morning. My name is Wayne. I've been trading Forex for 20 years. Before that, I was a venture capitalist. And before that, I worked at Apple and Cisco Systems. And worked in the nonprofit world for many years. Sat on a board of directors with George Soros. I worked at NASA. Yeah. I docked the space shuttle at the International Space Station. Not in space, but in virtual reality, but it was my job. So anyways, so that's me. How are you? What do you want to cover today? Like I said, I'll do gold, oil, and Bitcoin, and then I'll let you pick the Forex pairs, and then we'll get on with it. I'd like to point out in the description below today's video, you will see many different resources, links to things like trading books, free training courses, free training videos and webinars, and some of them fundamental, some of them are technical. Look, over 20 years of me doing this, I've been asked to develop a lot of different resources. So all those links are below. And by the way, that reminds me, tomorrow's Trade Non-Farm Payrolls Live. I've been doing that one webinar for almost 18 years now. So if you go over to FX Street, their YouTube channel, you can sign up for that. Epic. Okay. Hey, speaking about service providers, do you want to have a broker that doesn't make money trading against you? You want to remove that conflict of interest? Why don't you try Trader's Way as a ethical, trustworthy broker, a service provider to your successful Forex trading business? And think about it. Why would they care about your education? They want you to succeed. Well, most brokers want you to fail because they want to keep all your money. That's why they trade against you. So Trader's Way is special and unique. You should go check them out, tradersway.com. All right, so here is the world. What are you guys focused on? Looks like you're trading dollar and S&P 500. Sweet. So why don't we do that? Why don't we go over to commodities? Okay. And so gold, oil, and Bitcoin and S&P 500. So why don't we start there? And I'll rehash what we were talking about in the past. And this is, let me do a different color. Okay, this is a 50% retracement of a much bigger trend way over here. Okay, and this is only the 50%, so it's half of what, okay, great. So from there, we have this move and this move. Now, it's a dangerous situation for bears. Or for bulls, I should say, because that's a lower high, and lower highs stink if you're a bull. All right, so anyway, so now we're counting this move, okay? Up, and then the down to the 50%. So the big question we had basically at the end of last week is, will there be a change in trend? And yes, it could be. And you might think yesterday at the FOMC meeting was all the energy you need for this, and it might be. But let's talk technical and not guessy. Okay? Technically, this has not made a higher high. Technically, we're still below the daily 21, 200, and 55. I am not ready to be a bull on this, even though I want this to go up. It's not what technicals are telling us. So technicals are saying there's still a high chance, not that it will, but there's still a lot of probability of downside action. And until we get sort of a significant higher high, I'm not ready to be a bull, even though I want to be a bull. Okay? So that I'm looking at it this way. And that we are now entering this zone here this is a selling price and this is a selling price up here. Okay. So I'd be careful, everybody. And if you want to be a bull, this is a better price, or this is a better price if you want to be a bull. Buying it here is not smart. It's degenerate gambling. All right, so that is the S&P 500. Let's take a look at gold. So we had gold off the top. This is your monthly M3, which is a selling pivot. Okay, this is a weekly M3, which is a selling pivot. We had the pullback. So if you want to be a bear and you want to set up a head and shoulders type reversal pattern, you would start looking for that today and tomorrow, something like that. And bulls, if you're a buyer, you got to be careful because this 55, which is holding up, okay, the 55 is holding this up, anticipates a lower high. Okay. Now, maybe your time frame is different and you're looking at this at a much longer point of view. So we'll go into the daily, we'll zoom in, and really what longer term traders are thinking is this could come down into this zone here, in which then you buy your gold back. Okay? So even on the short run, it can come down just for a long-term buy. That's your call. Remember, in that situation, you want inflation to be higher than GDP, and right now GDP is higher than inflation. So make sure you know what you want. Ooh, I don't want to look at oil. It's just crashing against my position. Oh my God. I don't want to look at it. All right. Yeah, I don't want to look at it. All right. So we just did gold, oil, in Bitcoin, and no, we didn't do Bitcoin. Let's do the biddy. I'm going to skip oil. I just can't look at it while it's crashing against me. All right. So that's daily. Oof, this is so elevated. It's scary. So I'm going to drop into a 4-hour, and this is very tough trading. This is terrible technicals. But I suppose if you were going to try to do anything, you would want to buy a dip. And it looks like this. Now you'll see my daily pivots are out of position, so or in the wrong direction. So let me open up my biased pivot points and turn it from bearish mode to bullish mode. I can't be a bear because it's a higher high. I mean, it's impossible. So anyways, we go up this way, and now you see, okay, you may have even already missed the bullish opportunity for the day, but maybe you can get a micro pullback. So maybe I don't know. You're trying to catch that 5 EMA. So you're pretty close to it. I mean, let me mark it. If I can, I'll mark it with a little thing like that. And then we drop into maybe a 15-minute chart. Yeah. So you maybe can try to do the same thing where you just trap this on the smaller time frame. But now you got a lot of hope in what you're trying to do. But nonetheless, long term, that's probably something that you're thinking about. Okay, what currency pairs do you want me to cover? Euro, dollar, pound, yen? Huh? Pound, kiwi for you non-macro people? What do you want? How can I help? Let me know. Gold, oil, Bitcoin. We'll go back to the indices while you let me know. Made a pound dollar. Okay, pound. Trying to turn strong. I'm going to mark it here. Remember, Remember, this is pound versus everything. So that's kind of interesting, right? And dollar being weak. All right, so let's go take a look at that. Thank you, Made Up. Pound, 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 a pig, a dog. Okay, Pig Dog has not done a breakout yet. Let me get rid of this. Okay. Okay, we have not had a breakout yet. So, and I'm going to mark a second bottom here. So, what I prefer on this one, Meta, is a breakout, a pullback, and then long gone probably tomorrow. Pound Aussie. Messing around with me again. All right. Let's go back to here. So something trying to be strong and something has been strong. So becoming strong versus was strong. And you would see, here's where I get back to this, by the way, Osama. You don't want to trade pound versus yen. You don't want to trade pound versus dollar. You don't want to trade pound versus Swissy. You don't want to trade pound versus CAD, but you're interested in pound versus Aussie. And maybe you're bullish on Aussie and not pound. So, yeah, well, all right, well, we'll try to figure this one out. Pound versus Aussie. And, of course, someone's going to tell me it's got the highest average daily range. Okay. All right. So, all right, let's see. So we're currently at a bottom, so you can't sell it. All right. So what is it that you intend to do, Osamu? Are you a bull or a bear? If you are a bear, we have an M3 top, which predicts an M1 bottom. So here's kind of the problem. Okay. Well, so here's the problem. You can't sell it. And this is a high risk trade as well. So you're really, really, really late on this one. So if I were to zoom in a little bit, let's go into a 1 hour. Yeah, this is going to be tricky. So you have multiple potential, right? Like you could sort of sell in this area, okay? The 21, the 55, and this roll reversal. But it's a midstream type trade because this is support and this is only moderate resistance. Because it's a double bottom, it's almost just as likely to go here. Okay? You see that? So you would have been better off selling around the central pivot points. So now that we're down here, it's not a good technical trade, but I suppose you could, okay? Now, see, I would rather have stronger macro background to trade this so that I would be sure that it's going to do this. Okay? But maybe you're trading Bank of England stuff and all that. Okay, all right. But okay, so you're selling pound. Yeah. Yeah. So like our indices show, there's an upward move here, and you want to sell it. So I'm not terribly bullish or I'm bearish. How about this? I'm bearish on both, actually. So this is where that gets caught up as well. So dollar's weak today because of the FOMC meeting. So like that doesn't look great in the moment. Look at the consolidation on the 4 hour. We're actually at the neutral price. We know Swissy is weak in the moment. Okay, that typically gets strong and risk off. It typically gets weak during risk on. And we are in a risk on moment. So you can see that we've had that change in direction from the longer-term downtrend, let's do it this way, to a shorter-term uptrend. So let's see. See, I look at this and pound is strong, but euro is much stronger. So, so you could sell it a little higher. I don't like it. Like technically it's an okay setup. Fundamentally, I don't quite follow. So like if you looked at this chart and said, well, euro is stronger than pound, then why are you on pound? But you want to sell pound, but pound is strong. So then, yeah, yeah. Let's do pound dollar as Maida suggested. We'll focus more on that. Do I even have it here? Pound dollar. And go out to maybe a daily. And if we return to risk off, and that's a big if, because of the fundamental news that we had yesterday by the FOMC. Okay. Okay. How should we measure this? Do a standard deviation from where? From here? And do something similar here? No, I don't want to do that. We can do this one. Okay. So on the short run, it's trying to head up. So we had a bottom and then basically bottom in here. So it's basically all the same, right? So let's just redraw that as essentially one bottom. Okay. And from this top here, it's made a lower high. So I suppose until we breach this high here, I remain a bear. Okay. Selling right now is not ideal on the daily. Things that I'm looking at here, I'm looking at the 21 EMA, which we've breached. So that could allow this to go up as high as where this future 55 is. But then that gets us above 2 standard deviations. So like this chart kind of says this. Okay. And then the next one is here, which ends up being kind of the same thing. So I'm going to treat this range bound and we're halfway through the range. So if today's theme of risk on continues, this can go up just simply to the next level and then wimp out. Okay. You can see earlier in the day, we had a pretty straightforward setup. Okay. That's pretty straightforward. Higher high, higher low. So the question is, what do we do now? And once we get up here, it's more likely to do this. Okay. So that one is a tough one. This one is an obvious one. And then we're like 3/4 of the way to target. So there's not a lot of meat left on these bones. Oops. And I switched out. Pound dollar. I accidentally did it. I think I accidentally killed the chart. Oops. All right. So yeah. So there's right. Obviously, due to the Bank of England, some risk on today. I just don't know how long that's going to last. If you're a technician, you're just simply looking at these moving averages and oscillators and all the different tools you're using. Maybe just price action. All of that is true, but you're probably on a small time frame. On Tuesday, for example, in the swing trading group meeting, I went through, I think it was 20 different fundamental reports. Many of them were on the UK. And it's a total disaster. So you got to be careful. Are traders buying the pound right now, or are they exiting short sells? And have you gone through the Bank of England's statements and press conference and all that and scored all that up? Is it really bullish? You know, that kind of stuff. So we got to be careful. Just that's all. Trading today or now is okay, but make sure you stay in tune to what you believe is the longer term move here. Because again, an amateur trader thinks green candles are buyers. Well, it could be sellers taking profit. And if it's sellers taking profit that creates the green candles and not buyers, then somewhere in the future it will fall again because there's no bulls. If there's only bears, then bears sell, then bears take profit, and then bears sell, and then bears take profit, and then bears sell, and then bears take profit. That's what a trend is. See, in a bullish trend, in a bearish trend, there are no bulls. So I recommend that you always reaffirm who are the actual players right now on the pound. And green on the screen doesn't mean buyers. Could mean short covering. Okay, let's do one currency pair. One more. What do you want? Euro versus dollar, euro versus yen, euro versus Swissy, euro versus Norway. What do you want? Or do you want something else? Dollar something. Bueller. We have a vote for EU, euro dollar. Anybody else? Any? How can I help? Let's go. Go. We're done? Okay, well, I'll tell you what. If you're shy, tell you what. Visit, let me just bring up the website. Visit, come on, new website, tradeplans.ai. Visit tradeplans.ai right now. It's totally free. And post a trade plan. And I'll give you feedback today or tomorrow. Our AI will also give you feedback today or tomorrow. Okay? Log in, tradeplans.ai. Okay? It's anonymous, by the way. The feedback on your trade plan will go to your email. It's not posted anywhere on the website. Okay? And then today or tomorrow, I'm going to log in and I will review your trade, which is anonymous. And I'll give you feedback, not just on your trade setup, but your analysis and the good, the bad, the ugly. But the thing is, my intention is to help you learn, and my intention is to help you improve as a trader. Okay? So thank you for being part of Forex.Today, the YouTube community that makes the world a better place. I try to cover technicals. I try to cover fundamentals. I try to cover trader psychology. Also notice that I'm trying a new format where I keep these presentations now under 2 hours so that you can just every day get your warm up before you jump into the New York session, get you all focused and excited and all that kind of stuff. And without further ado, peace on earth. May the pips be with you. May your profits be above average. Please leave a like and a comment. Let me know if you like this format better. And look, I need your participation. When I say, hey, give me a currency pair, I expect 20 people to respond in 4 seconds. So get ready. Come to the presentation with needs, and I'm here to serve. Have a wonderful trading day. Remember, tomorrow I'm at FX Street's YouTube channel. Love you, babe. Got to jump. That was real.